So have you seen everything on the list, Alan?
Seen everything, but I've probably seen more than almost anybody else because I've seen some of the depositions and I've seen much of the material that's originally been suppressed. And we know most of it already.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, I mean, I would have thought if the Democrats had something on, say, Donald Trump, they would have released it already. It would have been done when Joe Biden was president. Yet here we are. So, given what you know, I mean, is Donald Trump in the clear? Is there a smoking gun to come?
no, I think he's in the clear. Look, when I was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, I was trying to make a deal for him, obviously. And so I said to Epstein, is there anything you can give me about any other people that I could give to the government and maybe get a better deal for you? And I went through a list of names, including Donald Trump's. This was way back in 2000, I don't remember, but early on, six, seven, eight. And he said, no, there's nothing at all on Donald Trump. He gave me the name of one person who there was some negative material on, but it was not Donald Trump, and it was not anybody who's in government today.
A former politician, perhaps.
No, a business person.
Oh, okay.
A business person, but I can't get more specific than that. Yeah.
So why is there this reluctance just to release it? If there's nothing in it, why not just release it then? I mean, that's the key argument from some of those, including Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, I think they misunderstand the fact that today the media assumes you're guilty if your name is even in the list, if he was on the plane or on the island or doing anything else that might be innocent. And so I think people are concerned that even if they didn't do anything wrong, they might be smeared by the media for having any association with Epstein. And there are obviously people who have had associations with Epstein over the years who didn't do anything wrong. Some did. And so I understand the reluctance. But in the end, we live in a society where in the end, everything's going to come out one way or another. Everything's going to come out. So you might as well be on the right side of that. And from day one, I've always said, let's get everything out there so we can find out the truth. That's the key. The key is to get at the truth.
I've just been going through the reports about this, the latest case or the latest dump, Alan. Epstein called Trump borderline insane. But then this was apparently said about you that, quote, Dersh a few feet further from that border, but not by much. So you, in a way, have been brought up in this latest tranche. What can you say about that?
Well, I'm very happy that Epstein has admitted that he hates my guts. He thought I made a terrible deal for him, and he accused me of being insane. He also said I was a terrible lawyer, that the deal was a terrible deal. Look, the more Epstein attacks me, the happier I am. And so let all these emails come out and let him continue to attack me. That proves that I've been correct from the beginning when I said I ended my association with him as soon as I heard about the accusations. So please, more and more emails and more attacks by Epstein on me.
What was that in reference to?
I have no idea. I mean, Epstein was, something. He was a weird guy, and it's amazing how much influence he's having on the British monarchy, on American elections, all over the world. He's probably one of the most prominent and famous jerks that we've seen in recent history. He was just mad at me. He didn't think he should go to jail at all. He didn't think he should have to register as a sex offender. He thought I was a terrible, terrible lawyer for making a deal which made him go to jail for 13 months. People thought that was a sweetheart deal. I think it's somewhere in between. It was the best deal we could get, the best deal the government could get. But Epstein was furious. He didn't pay me my fee. I had to threaten to sue him, and we ultimately settled because he was so angry at me. And so people who say, "Oh, you're his best friend," no, that isn't the case. He and I did not get along at all in the last 10 years of his life.
Well, what was your relationship with Epstein like beforehand? I mean, there must have been times when you were working well together.
Well, he was an academic friend. He used to give these seminars at Harvard. He had an office at Harvard, and he would have these seminars where Nobel Prize winners, the person who decoded the genome, famous intellectuals would hold forth. And I would love those lunches and, and go and listen. But the day I found out about the accusations, I switched. I stopped going to those, and I just was his lawyer the way a doctor would be a patient's doctor. I had a professional relationship with them, but my personal relationship really essentially ended once I heard the accusations.
Okay, we will leave it there. It's good to talk to you again, though. That's Alan Dershowitz speaking to us live from New York. Thank you, Alan.